away. Ron Harper into the hands of Scottie Pippen. Harper fresh from an 18-point effort on Sunday. Here's Rodman. Oakley picks him up. Mason has Pippen. Scottie Pippen mired in a shooting slump throughout this series. First turnover of the night for Chicago.
We can see the intensity in New York's defense, pushing every pass 3 or 4 feet outside the three-point line. Excellent start. They came out with a lot of energy.
Jordan guards Derek Harper. Here's Starks. Pippen, pick and roll with Ewing. The jumper from Starks is good. Nice start for New York.
And I think that pick and roll play with Ewing has been an excellent play throughout this series for New York. Patrick has gotten a lot of easy shots himself by setting good picks.
Jordan in the low post. 2 moves, and the ball won't fall. Tracked down. Another offensive rebound.
Yeah, they had good position. They just couldn't hang on to the ball.
23-4 in offensive rebounds in Game 4. Here's Jordan again.
You can't give them second shots. We talked about that in the open, Vern. Chicago is just so athletic. You got to box out. You got to get the ball. They're going to get some, but you got to limit them.
Charles Oakley dishes left side for Mason, who passes on the long jumper. Brings it inside, takes the jumper from the free throw line, and got it off the glass.
Well, he should only get 1 point for that, Vern. He wasn't calling that glass. But Mason, we see, he came out. He's not happy with the 1 point he got in Game 4. He realizes he needs to be more aggressive and assertive on offense.
Here's Pippen. Foul on Ewing.
Right here, Rodman, who's averaging 5 offensive rebounds a game, is drawing a lot of attention from Oakley, causing Oakley a lot of fatigue. But here, he didn't even try to box him out. He just wraps him up, says, I can't get the rebound. Just make sure Rodman doesn't get it.
Scottie Pippen gets the first.
And that's why the New York guards, Vern, have to get back and rebound, because Oakley, their best rebounder, is giving himself up to defend Rodman on the box. They have Jordan, the guards coming back and getting those shots.
The putback from Rodman is good. Another offensive boards. They had 2 on that possession. Here's Starks. Too strong. Rodman. Into the hands of Ron Harper. Gets the screen from Rodman and takes the jumper. Loose ball foul. Rodman.
Well, this is a perfect team for Rodman to play. I mean, they have such great athletes out on the perimeter, great scorers, 2 of the best one-on-one players in basketball, Pippen and Jordan, and all Rodman has to do is get on the boards. And as athletic as he is, very difficult to defend.
Here's Starks, pick and roll back to Harper. Here's Ewing. Rodman waves at him. Ewing rattles it home. At the other end, Scottie Pippen hitting 31% in this series from the field. Longley loses control, and Ewing takes it down for New York. Knicks up by 1. Starks pick and roll with Mason. Nice pass from John Starks. Mason had to alter the shot. It's out of bounds, and it'll be Chicago's ball.
Well, Patrick had good position, but there Scottie showed his athleticism and showed how valuable a player he is in spite only shooting 31%. He does so many other things on the basketball court.
Mason picks up Pippen. Michael Jordan in the low post, guarded by Harper. Rodman cuts. Jordan with the fadeaway. In and out. Rebound Ewing. Quick outlet pass to Anthony Mason. It's 2 on 3. Mason guarded by Ron Harper. Oakley with the jumper. Got it.
Well, that's the part of Charles Oakley's game that's really expanded over the years. He's learned to shoot that shot. He can't score inside because he's not a great athlete, but he can shoot that 15-footer.
Phil Jackson doesn't like what he's seen. He called time. Knicks out by 3 with 8:47 to go first.
And then our big guys are going to have to fight, and they cannot get pushed under the basket. They're going to have to get Rodman off their backs, however they have to do it. It's all-out warfare in the paint, and they're going to have to make a stand in the paint tonight to get people off their backs.
Danny, let's see what they did just a moment ago.
Well, you can see Oakley already fighting Rodman even before the shot goes up, knowing that Rodman's going to get the offensive board. But Patrick and Oakley do an excellent job right there keeping him off the glass. You know, Vern, it seems like it's an easy thing to do. Just quit. Don't let them have offensive boards. But it's not. They're so athletic. They have so much movement on offense. It's a lot harder said, a lot harder done than said.
Sometimes it becomes more than a matter of just effort.
Absolutely.
Here's Jordan backing in on the low post again. The double comes from Starks. Michael Jordan is now 2 of 8. 1 of 5, beg your pardon.
All of them are right around the rim. He's getting pretty good looks, and the balls are just rolling out right now.
Jordan finished 7 of 23 in Game 4. They're playing 3 games in 4 nights. These two teams in the playoffs, and there's the bounce for Harper goes through.
Well, I'm glad to see Charles Oakley pass it a little sooner. He's been a turnover machine so far in the first 4 games, averaging over 4 turnovers a game. So that was a good play. Get in the paint and dish out quickly to the shooters.
New York, oh, what a nifty pass. Jordan to Harper.
Beautiful execution on the back cut. Harper was wide open, lost Starks on the pick.
Skip pass, Ewing over to Derek Harper. Now Anthony Mason. Muscled by Rodman. The double comes from Longley, and it's intercepted by Ron Harper. Pippen not quite ready for it. 10-7, 3-point New York edge.
And we've seen real early in the game why Chicago gets 15 more field goal attempts per game. Turnovers and boards.
Rodman. Longley, another offensive rebound. Blocked by Ewing. Now Derek Harper at the offensive end. Offensive foul.
Well, here Harper penetrates, finds Oakley in the corner. Oakley only takes 1 dribble, thank goodness. Beautiful pass. Great shot. Got the lucky bounce by Harper. And there's Jordan, who lost Starks, went over the top of the pick, unmolested at the basket. Beautiful execution, terrible defense by Starks.
Jordan to Rodman. Chicago on the line. Scottie Pippen with the turnover. The turnovers are even now at 2 apiece. In the last 2 games, the Knicks have turned it over 20 times each time out.
Yeah, they have 20 more turnovers than they do assists in the series, and that's a horrendous statistic.
Foul underneath. Luke Longley. Here's first.
You see the turnovers there, Vern. That's just been killing them. And look at all the points. They're averaging over 21 points per game off of the turnovers. And that'll kill you every time.
Harper after the switch, and Jordan picks up the foul.
Michael not happy. He shouldn't be too disappointed. He got away with one of those himself in Game 4 down the stretch of the game.
Michael played Game 4, the last 7 minutes of Game 4, with 5 fouls. Here's Harper guarded by Jordan. 10-7, New York leads. 6:45 to go, opening quarter. Starks. Ron Harper did a wonderful defensive job on him, with the exception of Game 3 when Starks had 30 points. Here's Pippen, Longley.
Starks has a tough time shooting over Ron Harper. He has a quickness advantage, but shooting over him, Harper's athletic and long.
Rodman with another assist.
John Starks got lost again. He turned his back. You can't leave Harper. He's killing him on the offensive glass, getting too many easy shots.
19 rebounds for Rodman in Game 4 Sunday, but more significantly, the 2 big assists down the stretch, both times to Bill Wennington. Patrick Ewing takes Longley, goes inside, offensive foul on Ewing.
Beautiful defense by Scottie Pippen. That's 2 turnovers, and you don't do that to Steve Javy. He's got the quickest whistle in the West and the East
and all around the globe.
Well, Patrick's only complaint is that Scottie too close to the basket. Definitely a charge if the official thought he was far enough away.
Second personal foul and the technical on Ewing puts Michael Jordan at the line. Jordan is off to a really rough start. And Ewing's going to rest with those 2 fouls. Jeff Van Gundy quick to get him out of there.
Well, right now, someone for New York, they can't go into the low post to Patrick. Anthony Mason's going to be their post-up man. They've gone to a real small lineup, a lot of quickness. They should be able to keep up with the offense with the Chicago Bulls. A little bit better with their athleticism on the court now.
Willie Anderson is on the floor. Here's Mason, got it to go.
Mason needs to be a lot more aggressive offensively with Patrick out of the game. He's their sole low post player.
Foul on New York at the other end. Willie Anderson picks up his first.
Anthony Mason's had a terrific playoff, Vern. I kind of wonder what happened to his offense in Game 4, but he's allowed to have that. He had 6 great games previously. He took the night off in Game 4 for some reason, but you got to give a lot of credit to Scottie Pippen and the Bulls defense and Dennis Rodman's post-up defense against Mason.
Jordan. Derek Harper right in his face. Here's Ron Harper. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Rodman gets it back to Pippen from the corner, and Oakley leaves it for John Starks. Starks in transition, hurries, nice pass into Derek Harper. 5:08 to go, third quarter, 3-point New York lead. Harper kicks it out to Starks. Pippen is there defensively, and Longley clears it to Chicago. Chicago has not shot better than 42% in any of the 4 games. And it's really a rough go for them here.
Luke Longley should be able to take advantage of Charles Oakley down in the low post.
That shot short for New York as Derek Harper misfired. Now Chicago 4 of 15 at the start. Bill Wennington getting ready to come on. Longley traveled. And now he'll sit.
Right here, Vern. Look at Willie Anderson. We call this a snake bite. Look at that. Hit Scottie Pippen right on the elbow. Got away with it. Michael Jordan's been complaining. Derek Harper's doing the same thing to him. Very difficult to shoot with that snake bite coming every time.
Now Jordan defensively on Derek Harper. Starks. Charles Oakley over Wennington. No one there to rebound for New York.
New York had a tendency of doing that. That's why they only had 4 offensive rebounds the entire Game 4. They're standing around a little bit on the perimeter, not cutting and moving like Chicago.
New York with only 4 offensive rebounds Sunday in the Garden. They have none in this first quarter in Chicago. That ball out of bounds, and Chicago will inbound.
They have a different type of offense. They try to run pick and rolls with guys isolated. They post ups with guys isolated, so they don't get a lot of slashers. Chicago, on the other hand, in their triangle offense, always moving, very difficult to defend all 5 guys.
Here's Willie Anderson off the feed from Derek Harper for 2. And the lead is up to 5. Wennington inbounds to Rodman.
Nice play by Willie Anderson. Willie Anderson, known for his defense, very intelligent veteran player.
Michael Jordan 1 of 6 so far. 3-second violation is called.
Usually in that kind of wrestling underneath the basket, officials call a pin in 3 seconds. Those guys are, they get a takedown. Those guys are wrestling every time down the court, Vern. It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah, I thought that show was on Monday night on TNT. 14-9. Here's Oakley and Rodman. Dennis turned 35 recently. He's going to have his birthday party tonight. Are you going to go?
Definitely not. I'll send him a card. I'll send him a hat from the Hat Club. He needs a new hat after those ones he's been wearing.
Yeah.
Are you going, Vern?
No, that's not a pretty picture. Here's another turnover.
If it was in Texas, you'd go. Get him a cowboy hat.
Maybe Colorado. 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter. I'm surprised he made it to 35. Here's Rodman to Pippen. Willie Anderson. Rodman. Another offensive rebound and the putback.
Beautiful execution. Great feed by Scottie Pippen. And that's Dennis showing his intelligence. He sets the pick and rolls right to the open spot. Not a great offensive player, but he knows how to play basketball. He knows his man's jumping out to him. He rolls right to the basket, throws it to himself off the glass.
Chicago continued the theme of domination offensively on the boards in Game 4. 23 offensive rebounds in Game 4 to only